Okay, so just when I was messing on with my computer today, I came across the term of mirrored and mirroring, and that gave me the idea that maybe I will start creating a small video series speaking about terminology that you find when working with computers for people who may be new to computing and have never come across these words before. So, mirroring, when we're talking about computers, simply means that we take whatever data we have, information, whatever file we have, and we make an exact copy of that file. This file will accurately 100% reflect what is in the first main file. And that's where the term mirroring kind of comes from. It is a mirrored file. It is a reflection of the first file. And this mirrored file should be kept up to date with any changes that are happening within the file that it is mirrored from. The advantage of this, the primary advantage of this, if you have a mirrored file, let's say I have this file over here and I lose access to it, well, I have the mirrored file that is now a backup. But there are some other examples of where mirroring comes in handy, especially when it comes to the internet and servers. So down here we have our computer, and our computer connects to a server through the internet. Now, a server, it might look a bit different to a regular computer, but at the end of the day, it is just another computer. This computer has files stored onto it, and they can also send the files that they have to our computer. It can also work vice versa, where you have some server that doesn't have files on it, and we store our files on this server. But in this example, it is a server that will serve files to our computer. So this server takes a file and then gives it to our computer when it has made a request. That is great. But what happens if more computers start connecting to the network and start asking more of the server? Well, the server can still slowly go along and then one by one hand over all the files to each of the computers. In real world, 4 computers won't slow down a server, but imagine that this is thousands to millions of computers connecting to the same server. That is going to cause some slowdowns and issues and unhappy clients. So again, like we made a mirrored file, we can make a mirrored server. And the mirrored server, again, is a physically distinct computer. It is a different server to the other one, but the files that are stored on it are the exact same. They are a mirrored reflection of these files. So what does that mean? It means that the server up here can focus just servicing these top 2 computers, and then the mirrored server down here with the exact same file on it can focus on servicing the bottom 2 computers. This means that all the computers are going to get the same files that they all requested, but are more or less twice the speed. There's a bit more technicality that goes into it with internet connection and stuff, but that's the general gist of the idea. You can also have a mirrored server which is in a physical different location. So in the top example over here, maybe these 2 servers were in the exact same building, but what happens if you're an international company? What happens if your company is located within the United States, but you have a lot of clients and a lot of computers requesting stuff from you located in the United Kingdom? Well, then it might be beneficial to you to actually have a computer that is physically located in the UK. So when my computer over here, which is a UK computer, starts talking over the internet and says, I would like these files, instead of having to send that request all the way over to America, I can just locate my local mirrored server and go, hey, can you give me the files? And because the distance is physically closer, even though computers work at literally about half the speed of light, which is like the speed of electricity through a cable, it's still a long ways away around the world, and there's lots of data that has to get transferred. That takes time. So having these servers physically located closer, these mirrored servers, it will speed up the download that you can get. And another one is because these are real machines, these are physical hardware located somewhere within the world. If you have a server and it is located in a place there, might get by an earthquake, tornado, tsunami, some type of natural disaster, maybe it's just the building, something goes wrong with the building, an employee is having a bad time at work and he accidentally breaks one of the servers, well, then you lose everything on the server. You need a backup of it somewhere, and mirrored servers and mirrored files can act like that backup. So even though this computer over here, more than likely, on a regular day-to-day basis, would have preferred to connect to the server much closer to it, because that server is down for whatever reason, it still has the mirrored server as a backup. So yeah, that was just my quick explanation on what the term mirrored and mirroring means when talking about computers and files. So hopefully you learned something, and I'll see you later.